Hi, everybody, and welcome to the CIDDL Tech Toolbox, where we're going to be able to share some cool technology and how to use it. And today, my guest is Dr. Katie Zimmerman. We're going to be talking about sharing Google Docs. So, Katie, can you tell us why we need to share our Google Docs?
Hi, everybody. It's great to be here. Christine, thanks for having me. So I know that this is one of our first videos for our toolbox, and you may say, well, why would I need to know about Google Docs? We are training future educators from early interventionists all the way through transition age supports. We're training speech language pathologists, physical therapists, all sorts of related service providers. And at the end of the day, everybody has documents where you need to have shared collaboration, you need to have shared access. And depending on where our students take future jobs, that might look like a Microsoft suite, that might look like a Google suite, it might look like a shared server. And so we need to make sure that our students are fluent and able to take documents from their own computers and then be able to put it in a shared collaborative space. We also know that depending on your institution, students may not have access to a variety of those shared cloud storage location. So for today, we're going to do a quick video on how to create a shared document from your computer and move it into Google Drive so that two people can collaborate at the same time.
Great. Okay, so what's our first step?
Okay, so our first step, I'm going to turn up my volume to support my hearing, is to find the document that we want to share. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So here's my computer, and I have this activity lesson plan for my preschool instructional methods course. And I've provided this lesson plan on our course LMS, or learning management system for us here at the University of Kansas, that is Canvas. And I've let students know you can pick whatever shared location you would like to be able to collaborate on this document. Again, giving students freedom in where they want to do this. So the first thing I need to do is make sure that I have the document saved somewhere on my computer and I know where it is. Here's my lesson plan. The next step is to open up Google Drive. For me, I always forget how to get there. So first I go into my Gmail, which you can see, I clearly don't manage my inbox well. And then I'm able to select Google Drive from there. So I want to put this in a folder. It's likely that if Christine is my collaborative partner in our preschool instructional methods class, we're going to have other documents that we want to share, not necessarily just this activity plan. So I'm going to create a new folder. I'm going to call it something that makes sense to me and Christine. So I might say preschool lesson plans. So I've created the folder. It's alphabetical. I'm going to go ahead and open it up, but I want to make sure, one, that my document is able to get into this folder, and two, that Christine can access it. So the easy way to create this Word document from my folder and put it into a Google Drive or shared Google document is to just drag and drop.
So that's really cool because you can take any kind of a Word document, put it in your Google Drive, and it'll save it as a Google document.
That's correct. And I could share a PowerPoint or an Excel file, or let's say I created visuals and pictures and images, I can put those in. If we want to have a quick video clip, we could take this exact video and drag and drop it and have it save as well. So now that I've got this document, we can see that it's taking my Word document and converting it to a Google Doc. It's great that I can access it, but Christine, can you access it?
Not now.
She can't yet, so I need to add my collaborator. So there's two ways to do this. The first way to do this is to click on Share. I'm then going to drop in Christine's email. I want to make sure that she can edit the document, and then I'm going to hit Send. So right now, Christine is going to check her email and she's going to get a link to this document. But remember, we created a folder because it's likely that Christine and I are going to collaborate a few times. So I also want to make sure that I have shared the folder with Christine. And so I can click on the name of the folder, Preschool Lesson Plans. Again, I click on this share icon. I'm going to share it. And again, I'm going to put in Christine's email and I'm going to make sure she is an editor. If I want to put a message, I can say, Christine, this is for our class shared project. Or I might say, Christine, this is for our third grade collaboration plans. Any document or any message you want to send for the folder, you go ahead and send. All right, so we'll do a brief little wait. I'm in Kansas, Christine's down in Florida. I'm going to know that Christine is in this document because I'm going to see an icon appear in this upper right-hand corner that tells me someone else is here. So let's see if we can watch Christine join. And look, there she is.
So I should say too, that I didn't even have to go to my email to open up the document. I just opened up my Google file and clicked on shared with me, and the document was right there. So it was very easy for me to find it without even going to my email.
Oh, that's amazing. And so, Christine, let me see if I can catch that with you. You're here, you were in your drive, and so you just clicked on shared with me.
Yes, that's correct.
Great. And then the document and the folder is there. So again, we now can type in this lesson plan together, whether it's a project for class or if we're actually in the field. Let's say that I am the special educator and Christine is the second grade general education teacher. And I want to be able to edit a lesson plan with Christine. We can make it into a shared Google Doc and then both of us can type in the document. Or let's say that Christine is a speech language pathologist, and I know that she comes to my classroom 3 times a week and she pushes into the classroom. And so Christine needs to know what the heck is happening in the time that she comes. So then I can send her perhaps a completed plan, and then I can tag her and say, hey, Christine, I want you to support things here. Within the Google Doc, you can have links to external sources. But let's say I really want support with material adaptations from Christine. So I'm going to insert a comment. I can put her email, and if I use an @ symbol, I can assign it to her, and I can say, Christine, can you please add language supports for our students? And then when I assign it, Christine knows if she's coming in a document exactly where to go. So tell me what it looks like for you, Christine.
Exactly what it looks like for you. So the window popped up, seeing the message. So now you can see on your screen, there's a little line with a red dot on it. That's actually my cursor on my computer. So now I can start typing and it will transfer what I'm typing live so that we're both working on it together. And I have to learn how to spell language.
That's okay. The beauty of the Google Doc is it fixes it for us all the time.
Yes.
That's me and the word challenging. Never
So you can see that as I'm typing too, that my name is popped up there so that you know that I'm the one doing the typing. So I've actually worked with a group of people on documents before where we've had 6 or 7 people working on some sort of a manuscript at the same time. So I can see exactly who's typing in what area and what they're typing. And then if we're on a Zoom meeting, we can talk about what everybody's typing and what they're doing. Or if we're across the country and just working live, we can just add notes as you did here on the comment section. Very cool.
And if we notice, I'm currently typing in the box above while Christine is typing. So we can both also simultaneously, as Christine mentioned, be able to add information at the same time. And then she can see on her end exactly where my green cursor is. Now, let's say I'm in this document, and the final thing we're going to show you, I've assigned something to Christine, and she went ahead and put in her component. I can go ahead and delete it. I can give a reaction, or Christine can go in and say that it's complete. If I want to chat with Christine, let's say we're not on a video call, but we're in the document at the same time, I can use this chat feature by clicking on the icon of the human with the 3 dots beside the image that tells me who else is in the document. And I could say, hey, Christine, can you help me add the objectives? And we're able to directly communicate with each other, even if we aren't on a video call at the same time. The important thing to note is the chat is available right as we're here live, so Christine was able to respond. If we were to come back in this document later today, this chat would be gone, but the comments would stay. All right, so Christine, I think we went through how to change a document from our computer and make it into a shared Google Doc.
Here, you see students in an undergraduate introduction to special education class using the collaborative features of Google Docs to make comments and provide feedback to their peers on lesson plans aligned to the Universal Design for Learning framework. Students worked in small groups to analyze and discuss each group member's lesson plan. They were able to each have each other's lesson plans open on their devices and see in real time as their peers added, edited, and provided feedback on their doc, allowing for rich and meaningful conversation.
So we can see in the CIDDL Tech Toolbox that this is a really great versatile program to be able to share information and share documents and work collaboratively with a number of team members. You can share the information, have it editable by others, or have it restricted. And it's free with a Gmail account, so it's very versatile. Give it a try. Please let us know if you have any questions at all by visiting us in our CIDDL community or going to our website. We're happy to share, and let us know what other information or what other programs you would like to see in the CIDDL Tech Toolbox. Bye, everybody.
See ya.